been blessed in her career. Both Sam and Lisa will tell you the best blessings they've received with their children, Sydney, Matt, and Billy. And yes, all the kids dance too. Over so many years, this lady's smile always lit up a dance floor. Please make welcome our newest pioneer from North Carolina, Miss Lisa West. Brad, will you take pictures, please, of each one of these individuals with their award, please? Moving on, Darlene Long-Cree started dancing ballroom and West Coast swing at the age of 12 at the Fred Astaire studio. She began teaching while still in the 11th grade and went on to work at 2 dance studios. A few years later, she transferred to the Fred Astaire studio in Tucson, Arizona, and won top female dance teacher after her first year. Then after moving to Austin, Texas to accept a teaching position, she met her now husband, David, and in 1988, they moved to Florida. It was there that she met Grant Austin. There's Grant again. And the two teamed up to compete in country western dancing. That partnership earned them many Division I Grand Championships and advanced them to the Masters level. Darlene was also judging and teaching at many UCWDC events. In 1994, she won the Feather Award for the top female country western dance teacher. In February of 2000, she and Robin Smith competed on the West Coast swing circuit, always placing in the top 5. When her husband was asked to transfer out of the U.S. for work, Darlene knew something's gotta give. So after 30 years of teaching, judging, dancing and traveling over 30 weekends a year, she decided to retire from dance and focus on her family. She leads a happy life, a devoted wife, and loves being a full-time soccer mom. Today, they make their home in North Carolina. Help us congratulate our newest pioneer, Ms. Darlene Long-Cree. A long career in dance. Your picture taken. Next up, John and Susan Hoffman began their country dance journey in 1991 in Huntsville, Alabama, by taking dance classes in a local country dance club. In 1996, they were introduced to the UCWDC by attending Jeff and Lynn Bartholomew's event, the Halloween in Harrisburg, but just as a spectator. They fell in love with country dancing, and when John retired, he and Susan added a dance studio to their home. They found a coach to prepare them to compete, and their first trial by fire was at Sue Boyd's event, Southern Nationals, joining their fellow competitors in the Silver Novice Division. Working their way up through levels, by 2004, they were world champions in the Gold Advanced Division. They developed a registration software package in 2001, which was integrated with the scoring module developed by Ed Cagley. John and Susan handle registration and scoring for Worlds from 2008 to 2012. Their amazing scoring system provided results at the end of a dance shift rather than at the end of the day. In 2009, they received the Director's Choice Award here at the World's event. After several years of competing and a few more years of service to the UCWDC, in 2013 they decided to add more relaxation to their lives. So don't look for them to be wearing a contest number when they're out on the dance floor. Just look for their smiles. Two great contributors to competitive dancing in UCWDC and pioneers of our sport from Alabama. Congratulations, John and Susan Hoffman. Please get a picture taken with your award. Hey, Brad. Just be sure you do each one individually. Next up, Jean Garr has been involved in line dance for more than 30 years, teaching with James Gregory locally, nationally, and internationally. In the early 90s, Jean presented a line dance program at education conferences for primary and secondary teachers at several state physical education conferences, leading to dance becoming an important curriculum in their school systems. Jean judged at national and international line dance competitions until the early 2000s, and also produced a number of beginner to advanced line dance videos. She published 7 line dance instruction books containing more than 800 dances. This was during a time prior to cell phones or email, so using fax machines and snail mail, Jean developed a format for writing dance descriptions, which were then sent to choreographers everywhere to proofread and make corrections before finalizing the script. Jean is co-event director of the Line Dance Marathon, the largest and longest-running line dance, all-line dance event in the U.S. Participating in the UCWDC event circuit in February 1992, the Line Dance Marathon became UCWDC's first sanctioned East Coast all-line dance event. During 3 decades of dedicated support, Jean has discovered, promoted many of the premier line dance personalities on the circuit today. She's very proud of these young men and women who are the future of line dance around the world. She herself, a true pioneer of line dance and a great contributor to both social and competitive dancing in the Southeast region and beyond. Congratulations to another award recipient from North Carolina, Ms. Jean Garr. Congratulations, Jean. Oh, if you can go all the way back, in 1982, Eddie Harper began his dance career. For the next 20 years, his life was filled with new friends, travel, competitions, and challenges. He chalked up over 40 competition wins. Many were in Division I overall. Known for his special style in East Coast Swing, Eddie earned more than 20 East Coast Swing first place wins. Teaching has always been Eddie's first love, followed closely by competition. It was that same love that sent Eddie to venture across the country to experience dancing in other areas. While in Houston, he met Hoyt Austin, who invited him to dance in a 72-hour marathon in the Astrodome. Since the marathon didn't kill him, he headed out to meet Dave Getty and compete in Moped's North Bay event in Northern California. Then it was off to Fresno to visit Steve Zehner's event in Fresno, California. He was a long ways from his home state of Georgia. In the coming years, Eddie loved sharing his knowledge so much that he opened his own dance studio in Tampa, Florida. He's also fond memories of working with Grant Austin at Tampa's Bayou Boogie in the late 90s. Eddie's driving force has always been his deep passion for 2 things, dance and people. Over the years, he's helped thousands of people learn to dance, teaching lead and follow skills. Along the way, many of those students became lifelong friends. He's a big personality from those early years. Congratulations to our next Pioneer Award recipient from Georgia, Mr. Eddie Harper. I'll just mention that Wayne and Yvonne Conover will be receiving our Pioneer Award. They could not be with us here tonight. We will be shipping out their award to them, and hopefully they might be watching us on Flow Dance. So Wayne and Yvonne, we wish you were here. Congratulations on your new Pioneer Award in the Southeastern region. Our next recipients, Earl and Lisa, came to UCWDC competition in the late 1980s, dancing with other partners. At the end of the 1990 season, one of the most difficult tricks to perform in the two-step was a flying tunnel with the lady wearing the man's hat. So when Lisa approached Earl with a question, "Can I try on your hat?" Well, the hat fit, and so did the partnership. They competed in the Classic Division I until the middle of 1993. That year, the Firecracker Dance Festival provided music in advance for the contestants just to see what they could do. The competition did not quite go as planned, but it showed the council there was a need to develop an additional division for choreographed competition. The following year saw the introduction of the new Showcase division, which was just perfect for Earl and Lisa's style. They continued their dance careers through 1995, but they were recruited by couples students for coaching and choreography. As they took on more students, it became clear that their talents should be used to help others. Through the late 1990s, Earl and Lisa coached many Pro-Am students and couples to both regional and world championships. They are now best known for their continuing contributions to our sport. Earl as an instructor and one of our first master level judges, and Lisa as one of our most beloved floor coordinators. Agreed? 2015, Lisa was awarded the UCWDC's Director's Choice Award for her dedicated service. Please put your hands together for our newest pioneers, Earl and Lisa Strong. Moving on, Jeff and Mary Hill began competing in UCWDC competitions at Peach State in March of 1992, competing in Division 4 against 47 couples. Being new competitors, they simply danced lead and follow, taking first place in 2 dances eventually resulted in a roller coaster of competitions for the next 6 years. They placed 5th overall in their first Worlds competition. They advanced to Division I within that first year and achieved notoriety as a top-scoring competitor in their division. They relied on their lead and follow skills for several years, dancing both classic and showcase styles. But working with Cody Moline and Risa Henderson gave them confidence and expanded their dance knowledge, leading to the 1997 Classic Division I World Championship title. They competed most of the next year in the Champions Division until Mary made the decision to retire from competitive dancing. Jeff continued to pursue his desire to compete, and in 2000, they opened their own dance studio. It was during that time Jeff also added ballroom competition to his resume. But in 2009, a catastrophic motorcycle accident turned their lives in a different direction, and both Jeff and Mary retired from dancing. The Hills loved dancing and left us with wonderful memories of their years on the dance floor. From North Carolina, congratulations, Jeff and Mary Hill. Next up, as a youngster, Vicki Vance was introduced to dance by her parents, Leon and Earlene, which lit the pilot light of dance in her life. Vicki has been sharing her dance talents with us for 25 years. When she wasn't dancing, Vicki was running her hair salon. It was one of her clients who wrote a song for her birthday called Vicki Vance, Gotta Dance. Mark Chestnut got wind of the song and liked it so much, he included it on an album. The song has been synonymous with Vicki's dance career ever since. Turning her full attention to dance, she added a dance studio to her home. She was the first dance instructor for the world-famous Wild Horse Saloon, and has been featured on numerous television shows, including Good Morning America. Her choreography has been featured in numerous music videos, and she was commissioned by the Elvis Presley estate to create the Elvis Rock Dance for the 10-year commemorative celebration in 1987. She is the creator of several well-known line dances such as Funky Cowboy and Cowboy Hip Hop. As a former event director, Vicki served on the UCWDC Council. She's a former master's level competitor as well as a certified judge. She is a 7-time UCWDC World Champion and the 2005 Pro World Champion and recipient of many awards nationally and globally. Help us congratulate another fabulous pioneer from right here in Tennessee, Ms. Vicki Vance Rose. One more couple we wish to acknowledge that could not be here with us tonight. We would like to congratulate Clark and Debbie Fulbright, who were great pioneers in our sport as well. If I may ask all of you here seated in these chairs, if you would stand up and get together, lock arms, we'd like to have a picture of all of these pioneers present here at Worlds 27 for a great photo. Congratulations to all of you. It'll take us just a moment to strike our chairs. Congratulations to all of these early dance pioneers. UCWDC and country dance would be a different world today if not for the likes of them.